Back to my channel. It's your boy Rhonda here, and I'm back with another video. So in this video, I'll be going over the GFS and the European models on what to expect over the next few days all across the United States. And I might include some parts of Canada which is visible on here, and for you guys down here in Mexico, if anything top off or anything that shows into the GFS and European models. So let's go ahead and get into this. So right now it's pretty warm across most of the United States, out west and the East Coast. I know it is baking hot out here in the Carolinas. Down in Georgia and Florida is pretty warm as well, and in the deep south for Alabama, Mississippi, Louisiana, and then Texas is pretty warm as well. Now we do see some moderate rainfall across eastern, western Tennessee, Arkansas, and then parts of Oklahoma as well, and then stretch it into parts of the northeast a little bit. But then for the most part, we do have a snowstorm ongoing across this region right here, light to moderate snowfall and potentially heavy snowfall depending on where you're at. Now, just yesterday when I looked at the National Weather Service, yesterday night there was winter storm warnings and watches and advisories actually issued for that region right there. The European and GFS models was painting on it was going to be a snowstorm hit that area, so make sure you guys are staying prepared for that. We do have a cold front rushing in right behind it, impacting states like North Dakota, South Dakota, and parts of Montana. But for the most part, and it might impact the Northeast as well. We do have a pretty good snowstorm going on up into Canada, and this is as of 2 p.m. May 5th, 2026. And then we do have some showers, potentially some scattered thunderstorms just off the coast of Florida. So you move that forward just a little bit. This is by 8 p.m. tonight. We do have a good rainstorm going across parts of the from the central part of the United States all the way up to the northeast. Not really impacting New York City as of now, but it is possible that that could happen. We still have that snowstorm still ongoing right there. It's still dumping heavy snow, so you might get additional maybe 2 to 3 more inches of snow, depending on how heavy it is. But it looks like that's some heavy snow. And then we do have some scattered showers across Texas, and then we still have them showers off the coast of Florida. Might see a little sprinkle here and there in parts of Miami. For the most part, it's pretty quiet. Along this side, eastern California, northeastern California, we do have moderate rain showers as well. Still have a snowstorm up in Canada around tonight, but then it seems like that weakens a little bit. Then we do get a low pressure that forms over Kentucky. And still bringing heavy rainfall, moderate to heavy rainfall from the central part of the United States all the way up to the northeast. And then we still have that snowstorm ongoing as of 2 a.m. May 6th. So we move that forward a little bit more. We do get additional rain issued, well, a little further south though, impacting more of northern Mississippi, parts of Alabama, or northern Alabama, parts of Louisiana, and then we have some scattered showers on eastern Texas, and then including the Atlanta area, we do see some light rain showers going across the state. All of Tennessee is seeing some rain, and then potentially entering the Carolinas. Now we do see southwestern North Carolina seeing some rainfall. They missed out on all the rain that previously went through that lifted at least 81 counties from under a burn ban. So that's a good thing. All across North Carolina, we still have a few counties remaining. But regardless, that might work out because by 2 p.m. May 6th, we do see some rain getting further south into parts of eastern Texas. Then we also have basically all of Louisiana seeing rain, southern Arkansas seeing rain, most of Mississippi seeing rain, including that Jackson area. And then we do see northern Alabama, Georgia, especially the Atlanta area, getting some moderate to potentially heavy rainfall. Across that Greenville, Spartanburg area, going to see some rain in South Carolina. And then that Charlotte out towards the mountains of North Carolina is going to see some good amount of rainfall as well. We do have a rainstorm ongoing up into the northeast as well, with a cold front still rushing in a little further south across the central part of the United States from out of Canada. We do have some light snow showers up in Canada as well, and that snowstorm is still going by 2 p.m. May 6th. And then it seemed like it weakens for the most part, but then we still have we could potentially now have a severe weather outbreak coming into tomorrow by 8 p.m. across the deep south. So this area right here is going to be the main watch for parts of Tennessee, northern Mississippi, and parts of Alabama, and we can still include parts of southern Arkansas, and then out here in eastern Texas for anything sneaky to happen. Then we're gonna have to watch the northeast as well. This could bring some flooding around New York City and definitely up there towards Maine and New Hampshire and stuff like that, or those states like that. So for the most part, it is going to be a little active. And then by 2 a.m. May 7th, if this plays out, we could have a severe weather outbreak, potentially a tornado outbreak, stretching from eastern Mississippi, central Alabama, and then western Georgia. And it's still bringing some rain all the way up into the Carolinas, including the Triangle, southeastern North Carolina, around uh, that New Bern, Jacksonville, Wilmington area. Ain't really seeing much rain, and out into the Outer Banks. It's really going to be more inland, probably Greenville, North Carolina, all the way through the Triangle, and then out towards the mountains. Down to see some rainfall, but regardless, it is a severe weather threat if this plays out by 2 a.m. May 7th across the deep south, and then northern Louisiana could see some moderate rainfall as well from that. So we move that forward. That do weaken a little bit about 8 a.m. May 7th, and we still have seen some lingering severe weather across Georgia and eastern Alabama. We've seen some good rainfall being stretched into North Carolina. That Wilmington area is still seeing basically dry spotted, but if this continues to go east, we will see some rain showers that have impacted all the parts of North Carolina. But regardless, we still have that cold front lingering through parts of the United States. We have a low pressure all the way up here off of Canada. And then most of that rain is not impacting the northeast as much anymore, and it seems like it still rises east. Then we do by 2 p.m. May 7th, according to the GFS, we can still see a severe weather outbreak. It's not as intense as, we can go back right here, 2 a.m. May 7th, we going into 2 p.m. 2 a.m. May 7th, we could see a severe weather outbreak right there. But while getting to 2 p.m. May 7th, it seems like that's going to weaken. It might still be a tornado threat for southern, that state line of Georgia and South Carolina, but don't look like it's going to impact North Carolina too much. Yep, yeah, that state line of Georgia and South Carolina going to have to watch out for a potential strong thunderstorm that could produce a tornado in that region right there. Then we got to watch the Gulf side of Texas as well for any activity. But for the most part, we move that forward all the way out to May 9th. By 8 p.m., we can see a severe weather outbreak break out across southern Texas, entering Louisiana, and then it starts to weaken a little bit by 2 a.m. May 10th. It's still going across Louisiana though, with some strong thunderstorms in some spots, and then it tries to get going once again across Mississippi by 8 a.m. May 10th. And then we move that forward. It makes its way through Kentucky, Tennessee, and central Alabama with some strong thunderstorms. Then it's just a washout from the Gulf all the way up through Alabama, Georgia, definitely North Carolina seeing some heavy rainfall, and then Virginia as well. And then working its way up to the northeast. And then for the most part, we do get a low pressure that tries to form between the state line of Virginia and North Carolina, and then that rises up to the northeast as well. Out west is pretty quiet, pretty warm. We're actually hot, so we can move that forward to May 12th, 2026 at 8 p.m. It's pretty quiet across the United States. We do have some moderate rain showers in this region right here, and then some scattered rain showers across the northeast. But for the most part, that is pretty quiet according to the GFS. Then we go out to May 14th by 2 a.m. We can see a severe weather outbreak with a low pressure across the central part of the United States, in that region right there, which could produce some tornadoes as well. Then that weekend, and then we're going to have to watch out for any other ones that could potentially crank up, especially May 17th at 2 a.m. Central part of the United States, especially Oklahoma, already had an EF4 that stayed on the ground for 30 minutes. Just about 2 weeks ago, maybe now. And we could potentially see a severe weather outbreak from Oklahoma all the way up here near the Canadian border. And that's going to bring some strong winds, some heavy rainfall, flooding, tornado risk, and strong thunderstorms. And then that tries to break off into two separate systems. We have a low pressure up here near Canada, bringing some snow to the northern part of it as it's tapping into that cold front, but still bringing some strong winds and heavy rainfall up in that region right there. And then down towards the deep south, we're still seeing some across Oklahoma. We could still see some tornado activity, and then parts of Tennessee and Arkansas as well. And then that breaks off a little bit by 2 p.m. May 17th, and then we go into that 9th by 8 a.m. May 17th. We could see some severe weather outbreak break out across eastern Texas, northern Louisiana, central Mississippi, including that Jackson area. And then we can include Alabama as well. But that region right there, we got to watch out for severe weather outbreak breaking out there. A snowstorm starting to get going across the Northeast. Now, this is a potential. Now, this is GFS, so I mean, it can go on a flip flop back and forth. We got to see if the European states this is going to happen as well. But regardless, that's what's going on across the United States there. So we can go ahead and switch to the European. We about to the end of the run. We're getting a little too far out, by the way. But that's just what the GFS is saying. So the European model is to see if it holds on to about the same thing or has a different outlook. So by 5 a.m., no, we can move that forward just a little bit. We can go off about 2 p.m. May 5th. We have a potential small severe weather outbreak across parts of the United States. We have that snowstorm, not as intense as the GFS was saying, but going across this region right here. We could see some spotted rain showers across California, and then by 11 p.m. tonight, we could see a severe weather outbreak. Not a big one, but it could be some strong thunderstorms from parts of Arkansas, northern Mississippi, western Tennessee, and then parts of Kentucky as well. And then we move that forward, we could see a washout up towards the northeast. Could be some flooding concerns up there. And then by 11 a.m. May 6th, that snowstorm starts getting a little bit more stronger in that region right there. I think that's Colorado. And then by 5 p.m. May 6th, this is going to be interesting. If the European is correct, we can see it's not really too organized, but it seems like it's trying to. From anywhere from eastern Texas all the way out to Louisiana, Arkansas, Mississippi, Alabama, northwest Georgia, Tennessee, we could see a severe weather outbreak producing some strong thunderstorms as well. And it gets a little bit stronger. It's kind of weird. It's kind of like in a little bit, but it's going a backward C. That's what it looks like, a backward C. That's what it is, a backward C, and it's bringing some strong thunderstorms or strong storms across northern Mississippi through central Alabama, and then back towards southern Mississippi. We can see some strong storms by 8 p.m. May 6th going into tomorrow. Then that starts going through Alabama. Then that line stretches into from Louisiana all the way up into the Carolinas, bringing some strong storms. So I mean, yeah, look at them line of storms right there. So any of those storms right there, especially at 5 a.m. May 7th, we could see. I wouldn't be surprised if a tornado is popped up anywhere from the south central Virginia through the Carolinas, or potentially through Florida, Georgia, not Florida, Georgia, South Carolina, Georgia, Alabama. So there is a potential. We move that forward a little bit. We could see another severe weather outbreak by 2 p.m. May 8th. Going across Texas, Louisiana, and southern Mississippi, and then that just breaks off and it tries to get going once again off the coast of South Carolina and North Carolina, but don't impact anybody. Can still see some strong storms linger over Louisiana, and then for the most part, that seems about it. Yeah, that's about the end of the run there, but I mean, we still could see some scattered severe weather threat through parts of Tennessee, Oklahoma, Arkansas, Alabama, and then we could see some activity off the coast of the Carolinas, and then potentially a washout again. Not really a washout, but some rainfall going across the Northeast as well as that cold front lingers through. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be notified each and every time your boy uploads a new video. And I will see you guys in the next one if it's God's will. Stay safe out there, and it's your boy Aronde out.